what do you do for a living?
Maybe someday soon.
I'm a lawyer.
Discover Card's new cashback bonus program.
Really?
Where you get paid for the things you buy anyway.
And what did you do this weekend?
I called this girl, but the line was busy.
Gary? Matt?
I went to Wendy's for lunch. Well, I see the hamburgers on TV, and they look good. I ordered a classic double with cheese. Call me crazy, but I think they made it just for me. Hot, juicy, it tasted great. And when I finished, I felt good. And I liked that feeling.
Bravo!
Sure. Wendy's Classic Double with cheese. And now Wendy's pickup window is open late, so you can eat great, even late.
Looking for NASCAR news, stats, entertainment? Just log on to America Online and go to NASCAR.com. Where else? The all-new NASCAR.com. America Online keyword NASCAR.
Well, I was born in a small town, and I live in a small town. I died in a small town, oh, small community. All my friends in a small town. My parents live in the same small town. I died in a small town, that was loud to see.
Welcome back to FX's coverage of the MBNA Platinum 400. We're closing in on three-quarter distance. 5 laps to now is 300 laps. And here's our summary of pit stops under this 5th caution of the day.
There you see Dale Jarrett, Ricky Rudd, both the Yates cars having good road time, which is the entrance to pit road to the exit, including the pit stop. Both of them in the 14s. See Jeff Gordon, a little bit of a slow stop. Jimmy Johnson about 2 seconds off those Yates cars as well.
Got a few cars coming in to top off on fuel. Lead lap cars doing it include Earnhardt Jr.
I was going to ask Jeff. Jeff, there's 104 miles to go. What would DW be doing right now?
I don't know about you, big guy, but if you ain't listening to me and coming on pit road getting you some gas, man, you're going to have a word of prayer after this race.
That's right. We're going to stretch her out, baby.
You got to stretch her out, and the guys who are in the back of the pack, don't be surprised to see them come down pit road and kind of put a little twist into this thing.
Steve Burns is with Jeff Green.
And Jeff Green just out of the care center. Jeff, you all right? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just blew right front tire getting into 3 there. Just that set of tires for some reason was a lot tighter, and I just wore it out. I thought I felt it in 1 and 2 here, and dummy me got back on it and went down this back straightaway, you know, wide open. Back out of style, but it still hit pretty hard. Well, hopefully we'll get it, you know, I don't know if we can gain anything but get back out. It just had a decent day going, but not what we wanted.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Glad you're okay. About to go green.
Trying to get back on the lead lap is Mike Skinner, who's actually Skinner there is 2 laps down, trying to get one back from the race leader, who is Dale Jarrett.
Saw Dale Jarrett bring him to 45 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour, but at the start-finish line, up to 140 miles an hour going off into turn 1. What do you think, guys? We hadn't done it all day. Turn that surround sound up and crank it up.
More than 48 and the 28 hung each other coming off of 4 there down the front here. That was getting kind of ugly, guys. That probably sounded pretty good in your surround sound. Dale Jr. up high down in turn 1 and 2 down there. He got pushed up or got loose one. I don't know what happened to him, but he went up the hill. Dale Jr. did.
When that normally happens, it takes you about a half a lap or so to regroup. Plus, you pick up a bunch of debris on your tires because your tires are hot.
Yeah, his car's just kind of wobbling all over the place. What happens is with these tires, you just come out of the pits, probably got the air pressure really, really low in the tires, and the car doesn't drive very good for a lap or 2.
I think that hurt Robbie Gordon on the restart. He dropped about half a dozen spots, but now he's marching his way back up through as well.
I think that's usually the product of low air pressure. It's a lot of cars just don't feel good for a lap or two when you got the air way down like you have to run it here.
Saw right there, I was coming down the front stretch, Ricky Rudd in the 48 car, and then you have Bill Elliott in the 9 and Jeff Burton in the 99 right behind them.
I've been very impressed with Bill Elliott today. Buddy, he's hung in there all day long. Got a pretty good old car there.
He's in 4th place. Jarrett and Rudd, teammates, then Johnson, the rookie, Elliott, and in the top 5, Jeff Burton for the first time today. Let's get out of Jimmy Johnson's pit. Matt.
Well, Mike, Chad Knaus, Jimmy Johnson's crew chief, has 3 wins here when he was part of Jeff Gordon's Rainbow Wars, but he just felt like he could never quite get a handle on this, being his 3rd start as a crew chief. But now we're going to talk about fuel mileage. That caution did not come when you wanted it to, Chad. What's the fuel mileage strategy look like now?
As always, we just can't do it. You know, we don't get real good fuel mileage. The setup that we put underneath the car are pretty aggressive. Jimmy's a pretty aggressive driver. The Hendrick engines are capable of doing it, but unfortunately, we don't let them play the role. We're about 10 laps short, it looks like. You know, I'm sure that there's some guys that can make it. The 88 and the 28, I don't know. Elliott, he's always really good on fuel mileage, so we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully we can get a caution. Everybody will have to pit. We can race for the win.
There is a slight concern that there could possibly be a little bit of damage to the right front on Jimmy Johnson's car. His spotter is going to check it out. They did go 3 wide there right after the restart. Well, I tell you, Matt, my driver buddy, DW, has taught me never to say nobody can make it.
You're right.
But with the restart in the race on lap 297, that's 103 laps, 103 miles. That's a long way to go here when most teams were telling me their fuel window was 85 to 90 laps, especially with the restraints they're putting on the fuel cells now. These fuel cells are struggling to hold 22 gallons now.
Side by side for 2nd. More on Ricky Rudd. How about his mileage, Steve?
Well, it's going to be interesting, Mike. I just talked to Norman Koshimizu, and we have caution on the track. We'll finish that story in just a second. For the 6 car, talked to Norman Koshimizu, and he said if Ricky Rudd can save me half a gallon, I can make it 103 laps. So this caution may help.
Norman is the gas man on that number 28. Mark Martin, who led 77 laps here early and looked like a strong bet for a win, came back on track, couldn't go much further, and cycles around slowly to pit road.
Now, what the real gamble will be, you know that if you're close, that these cautions, you're running very slow. It's about 2 to 1 here. 2 caution laps is 1 green lap. But if you don't think you can make it, you need to come to pit road and top off now.
So why didn't anybody come?
Well, because the pit road is not open yet. Well, pit road is not open yet. Pit road is still closed.
Guess what else it's time for that we haven't done today?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. I thought we might make it through the day without that.
Pep Boys Trivia. One driver has won here 7 times in 5 different makes of cars.
Oh, man.
Who is it, and what were they?
Oh, well, wow. You want us to name the cars?
I'll help you out.
I'd have a better chance of doing that.
It's Richard Petty. He's won 7 races here. What 5 different car makes did he win in?
Well, a Pontiac, a Chevrolet,
A Chrysler,
a Dodge, a Plymouth,
and he
and
won
a
the
Ford.
first ever race here in a Ford.
That's right.
Give it to DW.
How about that?
Well, I mean, you only got so many cars, but there's a lot of drivers.
You know, though, I'm bringing him the book.
If you'd gotten to Imperial and Cadillac, I'd have to have a word with you.
All right, here it is right here. Who will come to pit road, who won't?
Do you remember that Dodge Magnum?
Oh, yes.
My goodness.
And
Looks
not
like Dale Jarrett in 88, Jimmy Johnson in 48. They're going to come to pit road. Looks like everybody pretty much is going to come with them.
28 stayed out. 28 staying out.
28 did stay out.
Well, this will make life interesting.
Now, like you said, Larry, if the only reason you'd stay out is if you think you can make it.
Especially interesting is the fuel strategy and tire strategy on Dale Jarrett's car. They certainly wanted to come in. They didn't think they had enough fuel to go all the way. They took 4 tires, which will cost them track position. They did discuss taking none. To Matt.
Well, then Jimmy Johnson comes in. This is what he needed. He needed this fuel stop. Big Jim Pollard's going to pack that fuel cell through with fuel, and he's down and away to Steve Burns.
Jeff Gordon just got 4 tires. Don't think they made any chassis adjustments, Matt. Now, we heard Ricky Rudd talking to Michael Fatback McSwain. McSwain said, we can make it on gas. Let's stay out. You know what track position means here? They elected not to come to pit road.
There are 19 cars on the lead lap. Ryan Newman also stayed out, and I believe Elliott Sadler stayed out. So life will be interesting here on this restart.
It really could. And if that's the way, if you can win the race by staying out, stay out. Even if it is a gamble, I'd rather be out there on the track.
And if I'm real close, I want to see a few more caution laps before we do go back racing.
Good chance of that.
The shocking season finale that takes TV to a new level. The Shield season finale, Tuesday at 10, only on FX.
Le peloton entre dans la ville, ils ne sont plus très loin de la ligne d'arrivée. Deux grands champions Bornet, Stifel se battent l'un contre l'autre. Ils sont en tête, mais qui va gagner? Bornet, Stifel, Bornet, c'est très indécis. Ah, ça y est, la ligne d'arrivée est en vue. Et Gordon, je n'ai jamais vu une course aussi excitante. Gordon, mais c'est James Gordon dans le flash Chevrolet.
Chevy Monte Carlo. Wherever there's a winner's circle, we'll be there.
We saw the smoke.
Oh, well, how about a brat?
In Johnsonville, where there's smoke, there's brats.
John, Russ.
And around here,
Ooh, I like that one right there.
that's an open invitation.
Boy, the kids are getting big.
Johnsonville brats, always welcome.
Hey, Ricky, great win today. What was it that put you up front?
Just a super race car all day long. This thing handled good. Fat back in the swing, put a great chassis under it. 8 horsepower under the hood. Just a great car.
What else worked for you today?
Well, I tell you, right when we needed a great stop, these guys cranked out 12.5 seconds, put us out front, and gosh, after that, we didn't have to look back.
Anything else off the top of your head?
Well, let me think a minute. I can't think of anything.
Give it your all. Give it Haviland.
I know I'm forgetting something.
The rules have changed. Now there is no up or down. Introducing Mach 3 Turbo. Total comfort whether you shave down or up. A new anti-friction coating on all 3 blades. Plus a new strip releases even more lubrication. So even against the grain, you get less irritation and the closest shave. It's turning the shaving world upside down. The revolutionary new Mach 3 Turbo. From Gillette, the best a man can get.
On the restart, the 3 cars that stayed out, Rudd, Newman, and Sadler, will lead Elliott, Jeff Burton, Atwood, Robbie Gordon, and Ricky Craven down for the green flag.
Hey, Jeff, fuel mileage. What was it I always asked you when I'd leave the pit about getting it full?
No, Darrell, I didn't get it full. I only got 2 cans in it, buddy. you know, all you can get and then some. They're coming to the green.
89 laps to go when they get the green flag. This could be the stretch run to the finish. The drivers who did not stop. Will that be the winning strategy, or will those 4 fresh tires and fuel pay off? Let's see.
Kurt Busch, that 97 car, he's up there trying to get that other lap back. He's already made one back up after making that green flag stop.
And we know he's got a fast enough car to do it.
He didn't get a very good restart, though. He's going to fall back to the 3rd position on the racetrack.
There's old Newman up there, guys, running in 2nd place.
After the way his day started, getting tangled up with Steve.
I wouldn't give you a plug nickel for even finishing the race. And that's in a backup car.
Next week, split doubleheader, Busch Racing from Nashville on Saturday, Winston Cup Racing from Pocono on Sunday. We'll be there.
It's not an oval. It's not a road course. What is it, Darrell?
It's a roval.
It's a little of both.
It's the tri-cornered hat of Winston Cup Racing. Now here is Busch working his way underneath Newman. This is not for position. The 97 of Kurt Busch is 1 lap down. Now he's going to try to run down Ricky Rudd and get that lap back.
And guess what? Ricky Rudd will not put, he won't put up a fight. He'll let him go. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. A little nudge.
Now Nadeau's is laps down as Jimmy Johnson worked underneath the 10 car.
That's a cool pass. That was a cool pass.
And remember, Dale Jarrett, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, the reason they're back there, they elected to take 4 tires under that last caution. They're sitting back there at 9th and 10th right now.
And he can go hard now. He's got fuel, he's got tires, he can make it to the end, so he's got to gas it up and go.
But he has a lot of cars in front of him.
Yeah, but he's a young guy, and he's going to be very impatient.
In recent Winston Cup history, only 4 drivers have gotten 2 wins in their first 16 starts. Dan Gurney in 64, A.J. Foyt in 65, Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Watch this. Got the 88 on the outside. Little nudge right here. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
I'm coming. Have to go. Thank you. Just went around the 88. Here he comes. Now, you got to know that this guy's thinking about last week, the Winston, all those races that he should have, could have won. And today he's got a dominant car. Don't want to let this one slip away.
But, Darrell, he's back there. Yeah, he's fast, but he's over 5 seconds behind leader Ricky Rudd, and he's running 24.76s. But once again, we saw this yesterday in the Busch race with Greg Biffle, had older tires. Ricky Rudd, he's up there running 24.53 now. He don't have nobody to contend with. He can run his line.
Just how long can Ricky do that, though? He got, a few laps on his tires. That'll be the difference, I think.
The first of the drivers who stopped is Bill Elliott. Let's go to his pit.
Mike, he stopped back on lap 293 and took on Ford tires. Mike Ford playing the track position game?
Yeah, most definitely. Not only that, our car at the beginning of the race was good on scuffs. We just run a few laps on our tires there. I feel like that'll play into our hands. Track position is definitely important. The first 3 or 4 cars seemed to break away all day. We opted just for fuel.
Well, let me tell you, the 48 car is in a hurry. He's got a fast car. We talk about closing rate. We saw him nerf the 10 and move him out of the way. Watch this pass. Got to really be careful doing this, young man.
That's a battle for position right there with Casey Atwood in the
Boy,
7th.
he just turned Casey sideways there, and great job of saving it on Casey's part.
That was 1 lap ago, and it moves Johnson up to 8. Atwood, meanwhile, fell to 12.
Probably getting a call from the NASCAR people right now about, hey, let's watch that. It's a little too aggressive.
We need to document that Matt Kenseth, after blowing that tire and hitting the wall hard, he's back out on the racetrack along with Mark Martin. So here with only 80 laps to go, we only have 2 cars out. Dick Trickle in the 71, Joe Nemechek in the 25. Meanwhile, Jeff Green in the 30. They're in the garage trying to repair their car.
Ricky Rudd is going to see a mirror full of Kurt Busch pretty soon as Busch is trying to get back on the lead lap. Rudd is our race leader. He's 2.2 seconds ahead of Ryan Newman, with the car closing fast behind him is sophomore Kurt Busch. And there is the discussion. Chad Knaus, I'm sure, listening intently to the NASCAR official about Jimmy Johnson muscling his way to the front. Ricky Rudd, our leader. Ryan Newman, 2.5 seconds back.
They're going to attack. Nuka. Will Smith stars in Independence Day, Tuesday, followed by the season finale of The Shield at 10 on FX.
Americans love their high-performance Briggs & Stratton engines. That's why just about every neighborhood in America is a Briggs & Stratton neighborhood. Briggs & Stratton, the power that works for you.
Kimmy, let me handle this. Mark can be very persuasive.
No, Piggy, I want to do this my way.
What?
Dale, I know it's not that easy being you.
Oh, bro.
And I sure don't want to tell you what to do.
You're blowing it.
I believe we should all follow our own dream.
Oh, for the love of...
And that's why I think it'd be terrific if you just...
Just race the truck, Jarrett!
There are 3 reasons I don't mind overtime. John, Mike, and Dave Jr. Bring it on.
Only Dr. Scholl's Advantage Work insoles have an energy return system proven to relieve tired, achy feet all day. Dr. Scholl's.
Look, feel, do better.
You and your shortcuts. I'm asking this guy. Hey, buddy!
Hey, look. Bubba.
Hey, Bubba. We're waiting. A real nice truck you got there. Hi, sir. Hey, how do we get back to the highway from here?
Right.
Thanks, Junior.
There's no better feeling than that of a job well done. And nothing helps you do the job better than America's #1 filter, Fram.
Hey, Jared.
Hey.
Hey, you look good.
Thank you.
What do you got there?
It's a Subway sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
Oh.
What are you, off the diet? Jared's off the diet.
I'm not off the diet. It's a new low-fat taste from Subway.
Introducing great-tasting Subway Selects, like a delicious sweet onion chicken teriyaki and a red wine vinaigrette club.
You really got us going.
Subway, eat fresh.
Come to Subway today to cast your Pepsi All-Star ballot and enter to win a trip to the 2002 World Series. Grab a collectible baseball cup and vote. Pepsi All-Star ballot, only at Subway.
73 laps to go at Dover International Speedway. Ricky Rudd 2.8 seconds out in front of Ryan Newman. Bill Elliott another 0.7 of a second back. Jeff Burton, who spent most of the day a lap down, finds himself now in 4th ahead of Elliott Sadler. Robbie Gordon, Jimmy Johnson trying to fight his way back up through. He is 7th. Dale Jarrett, Ricky Craven, Sterling Marlin, the top 10.
I tell you, the boy that just continues to have a great day. He's in 6th position. Robbie Gordon, that 31 car. Now, he has a mirror full of Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car, but what a day for this group right here. Again, he'll have a new team, a new crew chief start next week at Pocono. Basically, Kevin Harvick, the 29's entire team, including crew chief Kevin Hamlin.
But look at that 48 car, just right through the center of the corner, back in the gas, and under him he goes.
Larry, what I find most interesting about that swap,
5 more spots up there,
is they're not changing just crews, they're changing all the cars too.
Changing everything. Each crew chief wanted to keep their own set of cars.
And I said this to Larry, I know, just kind of kidding, but it's a fact. They have lost so many race cars since Talladega that I don't think it's going to make all that. They're building new cars every day up there.
You see on the Fox tracks now here, we're going to look at the intervals here, about 6 1/4 seconds. He has a fast car. He's catching Elliott Sadler here in the 21 car, and that just cost him so much time. He just can't get in clean racetrack.
4.
Well, that interval is to the race leader,
Ricky Rudd.
Yep, Jimmy Johnson now up to 6th. He has 70 laps left to go.
Now, this will be the first clean lap he has had in just a while. Ricky Rudd ran 25:02. Okay, there you go. Jimmy Johnson that time ran 24:80. That's 2/10 quicker once he had a clean racetrack.
Bill Elliott has caught Ryan Newman for 2nd place.
It's good. Bill, again, I just got to say, I've been impressed with Bill's run today. This is as good as I've seen Bill run since he won at Homestead last year. But by the same token, I got to give it a little credit to that 12 car, too, because that guy's been in all kind of trouble today, and there he is up there holding off Bill Elliott for 2nd place.
Dick Berggren.
And the trouble didn't just start today either. Ryan Newman crashed on his qualifying run, so this is a backup car that he started dead last in the field with. Just a moment ago, I asked Matt Borland, his crew chief, whether he had enough fuel to go all the way. The 12 car did not stop on that last caution flag. Borland looked at me and simply shrugged his shoulders. They don't know. Mike?
The outcome will be as interesting to them as it will be to us.
Well, I know you hate to give up track position, but if you get a caution, you have an opportunity to top off, and you don't know you can make it, you don't make it, shame on you.
Oh, yeah, and I agree with that. And the thing about it is, the 48 car here comes up to 4th place. He knows he can make it no matter what happens. If there was a caution now, he could stay out. And the other guys would be faced with the issue of, do I need to pit or not?
Right.
So he's in the catbird seat if he can chase down the 28.
To get back on the lead lap, Kurt Busch makes it around Ricky Rudd, but now he needs a caution to get back in contention.
And it's just another young guy that's fought his way back. I mean, from 2 laps down, and here he is back in the race, same way as Newman.
And how he got 2 laps down was he made a green flag stop a few laps before a caution came out and put him 2 laps down. Now he's made them both up. Absolutely, he needs a caution. He's become a contender.
He's in 19th place.
How's our old buddy Rusty Wallace doing today?
Darrell, he's kind of flirted with the top 10. Right now, he's just outside it. He's in 12th place, but he has run up in the top 10.
Yeah, Larry and I, we watched him practice, and he had one of the fastest practice speeds. We thought Rusty might have a really good day today. We even thought maybe he could win.
And, I mean, Dover has been his place. He's a track record holder here. 3 wins, 4 poles. But just hard to believe that he's looking for his first top 5 in 21 races, going all the way back to Kansas City last September.
But what do we know about Dover, Larry? Let's don't count anybody out yet.
Absolutely not. Count nobody in, count nobody out.
Proof of that, in 1975, Richard Petty made up a 6-lap deficit to nose out Dick Brooks for the win here.
The people at NASCAR want to know, how bad have you got it? Have you named family members after your favorite driver?
Down, Ken Frater, down.
Do you use racing flags to warn others of dangerous situations? Now, be honest. How bad have you got it?
It's not just about making a sale or fixing the car with Freedom. We just don't want the one-time experience. If I service or worked on your car one time and I didn't gain your confidence and trust where you'll come back to me, we failed.
Car sales are not rocket science.
If you take care of your customers, you don't lie to them, you don't pressure them, you have a lot of customers and they come back to you, which is the important thing.
It's not how many cars we've sold, but how many relationships we've built at Freedom. I think that's the report card that makes Freedom a different kind of dealership.
Something has returned to television, and A&E has brought it back. A magic that we all have missed and want. A good story. These are the stories that move us. Of human longing, sacrifice, and inspiration. The great stories are back. A&E Original Movies.
Brought to you by Harris Teeter, your neighborhood food market.
Most mechanics can fix just about anything on your car. But throw something really complex at them, like a modern transmission, then all bets are off. For a job done right, guaranteed, at a price that's right, bring it to the experts. Call 1-800-GO-AMCO.
The shocking season finale that takes TV to a new level. Throw your weapons! The Shield season finale, Tuesday at 10, only on FX.
The big question, with 58 laps to go, is four-time Dover winner Ricky Rudd feeling fuelish?
Here's the problem. He's got to conserve fuel to win the race because it's going to be real borderline. The bad news, that's bad news. Here's some more. Here's the worst news. The 48's going to catch you anyway. If you don't go hard, the 48's going to catch you. So if you slow down to save fuel, you're going to lose the race anyway, right, Jeff?
Exactly right, Darrell, but the guy you need to worry about right now is old Bill Elliott right there. Bill Elliott is running a very consistent pace. I believe he's okay on fuel, and he may just sneak up there and steal this bad boy.
I don't think he can hold the 48 off. 48's closing on him. I think the 48's coming, and it'll get him here pretty quickly.
Elliott is 2.6 seconds back. Jimmy Johnson in fourth is 4.4 seconds back of Ricky Rudd.
See, watch this car go through the center of the corner right here. Watch it. It just accelerates so well right up in front of that 12 car. It doesn't do that sliding. He's driving it off that corner. It doesn't slide up in front of the car on the outside. He just drives up in front of the car on the outside. That's hard to do here.
Inside. Clear low.
Even battling Ryan Newman side by side for fourth, Jimmy Johnson picked up 2/10 that lap on Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, he's definitely reeling Ricky in. Now he's down to 4.3 seconds behind him. And just remember now, Jimmy Johnson pitted on lap 307, 4 tires full of fuel. We know he can go the distance.
Yeah, the other thing is his tires. I mean, Jimmy's going to have a little bit better tires as well. So Rudd is sitting there. He's kind of put himself in a box. He can't go as hard as he needs to. He'll run out of fuel. His tires are a little older than Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy Johnson is coming.
Steve Burns is in the leader's pit.
Mike, we've been listening to Michael McSwain talk to Ricky Rudd, and they're saying, be easy on that throttle. I went back to Norman Koshimizu, the gas man, and said, can you make it? He just kind of shrugged his shoulders and laughed, so it's going to be close.
And just to document where they're at, there's Norman Koshimizu. He's been gassing that car for a number of years. He's been around for a long, long time. Goes back to some of the Diegard days.
He was racing when I started.
But Ricky Rudd pitted on lap 292. That's 108 laps or miles to go. A lot of teams told me their fuel window was around 90 laps. Now, we've ran 10 cautions since Ricky was on pit road. Using the 2-to-1 ratio, that's like buying him 5 laps. That's still over 100 miles that he's going to need to run.
He would not stay out there if he didn't think he could make it. We know that. He had an opportunity to top the car up. So they would not have stayed if they didn't think they could make it.
Jeff Gordon underneath Elliott Sadler. This is for 8th place.
Clear, all clear.
These cars are 9.5 seconds behind Ricky Rudd.
And Darrell, how you save fuel here is you roll out of the throttle a little early, let the car roll a little longer, pick it up a little later. That's easy to do when you're by yourself. Very hard to do when you're working a lot of lap traffic, as Ricky Rudd's doing right now.
Have you ever tested to find out just how much that saves?
Oh, I have. Listen, saving fuel is a science. It doesn't just happen. It has to happen on Saturday afternoon going into the race. Squirters in the carburetor. Throttle linkage. So many things go into getting good fuel mileage. It's not about having a big gas tank. It's not about how that guy drives the car so much as it is the tuner on the engine.
Just look at our Fox tracks right here. Now, this is the interval to Ricky Rudd, our leader in the 28 car, 2.8 seconds. This is coming down the front stretch here. You can see it shrinking just a little bit. Not a lot, but look right here. Jimmy Johnson in 48, he's having to work lap traffic. But when he's out in clean racetrack, he chops a bunch off that about a tenth or two a lap.
Now, Mike, it is all those things combined. But that tuner makes the biggest difference. He's the guy they turn to and say, can we make it? Not the crew chief.
See right there, Jimmy Johnson, one more car, he'll be in clear racetrack. Ricky Rudd's starting to catch a big pack of cars.
And that car is the second place car, Bill Elliott.
I don't think Bill will put up much of a fight. He knows Jimmy's faster than he is. He's going to pull down and let him go right on by. Bill's trying to save fuel as well. He can't gamble on racing him.
Second and third right here. 2.5 seconds behind leader Ricky Rudd with 47 laps to go. It's going to be close on fuel here at Dover.
This mess calls for brawny. Whoa! Whoa!
Only Brawny paper towels have scrubbing circles for scrubbing strength, and its tight weave construction packs fibers extra tight, so it's extra strong.
I'll never get used to this.
Brawny.
No.
It might be too strong. Try new Brawny shop towels. Extra tough for greasy, grimy messes.
Honey, I made my special salmon loaf for dinner.
You'll find any excuse to go Outback for our deep-fried coconut shrimp and our perfectly grilled shrimp.
Hey, guys. Freeze not working again?
It's weird. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
June 4th on FX is Independence Day.
There is nothing to be scared of. They're communicating with a hidden signal. They're going to attack.
Will Smith, Bill Pullman,
We will not go quietly into the night.
Vivica A. Fox, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, you can't eat nothing.
In the epic event that made box office history.
Welcome to Earth.
The premiere of Independence Day, Tuesday at 7, followed by the season finale of The Shield at 10.
43 laps to go. Ricky Rudd is trying to win it on strategy. Jimmy Johnson is trying to win it by whipping the fastest car here into a froth. Will Rudd have enough fuel to make it? We know Johnson does.
I mean, that's a great call on the 28's car part. If they finish the race, don't run out of fuel. The worst they can probably do is run second because Johnson has closed down on him in a big hurry. But nonetheless, Jimmy Johnson's in the catbird seat.
I mean, right now they both were in clean racetrack. Jimmy Johnson still ran 2/10 of laps quicker.
What they got to do with Jimmy Johnson is now he's caught Rudd. I mean, for all practical purposes, calm down now, take a deep breath, and don't make any mistakes.
Bill Elliott is still 2.5 seconds behind Rudd, as he was when we went to break. But Elliott now the third place car. Jimmy Johnson is within 1 second of the race leader.
For the Jeff Green fans, he's back in the race after that hard hit a while ago after blowing a tire. He's 68 laps down, so he's back out there trying to make some circles.
Matt.
Well, Mike, DW is exactly right. 2 laps ago, Chad Knaus came on the radio and told Jimmy Johnson, you can see him through the windshield. Now just pace yourself. Just find a nice rhythm and pace and go after him.
Now that the gap has closed, he's there. He's got a better race car. You know, get up there, get around him, but also use some good common sense now. Use good judgment.
Jimmy Johnson has led the most laps today, and he's in position to take over second in the Winston Cup standings.
Go, bud, 39 laps.
There's our point leader, Sterling Marlin. Bobby Hamilton is going to inhale Marlin. That's for 11th place.
And even on, Sterling Marlin is kind of neat the way he did. Even though he doesn't have the best car out there today, where is he? He's probably going to end up in it.
Here's the lead. It really won't be much of a battle, I don't think. I'm sure Ricky will fight him hard.
I'm just impressed with the way that 48 car will come up off the bottom of the corner, never wobble, drive right off the corner, straight as an arrow, and away he goes.
We almost missed it because he was a second back and caught him like that.
I think Ricky's really having to. I think he'll fall in behind him now. and try to save as much fuel as he can, but keep him in sight.
Right there's where he's so strong, Darryl. You talked about it. He gets up off that corner on that straightaway.
See, this is where the old veteran, if he is probably as smart as I think Ricky Rudd is, he'll worry him to death. He'll just kind of sit there and worry him. And, you know, hey, I'm back here, old buddy. I'll let you catch me, but guess what? I ain't going away.
Dick Bergeron tells us that our winner from September, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he had to come to pit road. He was overheating, not having a very good day. He's back out there 4 laps down in 31st.
Now, Johnson will run away from Rudd, but Ricky may be able to get right back to him in traffic.
I don't know the way that 48 car is running. He better not let him get too far away.
Right.
I was anticipating Rudd would try to hang with him.
Brian Newman, Dale Jarrett. This is 5th place.
Gets that run up off the outside there. Gets a good straightaway speed. Makes the pass.
Just remember, a lot like Jimmy Johnson, though, Dale Jarrett in 88, he has a little fresher tires than these guys. Like Jimmy Johnson, he elected to get 4 tires under that last caution.
And you see, Newman doesn't give up. He drives it right back under him. That's the thing about these young drivers. They're relentless. But they don't know how to pace themselves. They got no
fresh
pace.
tires. This is about 7 seconds behind our leader right now.
Jeff Burton, who's the best of the Roush cars as this race wears on into its final 10%. They're in 4th place.
But
and
you know,
Hamilton back after Sterling.
I can't help but have a little bit of a knot in my stomach for Jimmy Johnson. His car is so good, like we saw last week. He should have won the race last week. And I just want him to slow down a little bit and pace himself, because he's still blowing back cars left and right.
Jimmy Johnson has opened up 7/10 of a second on Ricky Rudd. 34 to go.
The Shield Series Marathon with 2 shows a night, 6 nights in a row. Tonight at 10, only on FX.
We're here pitting the Dremel Advantage rotary saw against the competition to see which tool best handles all sawing conditions. Unlike some others, the Dremel Advantage hugs the curves. Its powerful motor blasts through tile and other tough surfaces. Yet its unique variable speed adjustment handles everything from plexiglass to laminates and drywall. And with 35,000 RPM, it'll slice through materials up to 1 inch thick. So no matter what you're cutting, you always win. The Dremel Advantage. Drive the power.
At Aaron's, it always costs less, a whole lot less. Take this giant 52-inch big screen TV with picture-in-picture. At Rent-A-Center, it's $135.96 a month for 30 months. But don't be fooled, do the math. That's over $4,078. At Aaron's, it's $99.99 a month for 24 months. So you save over $1,439 and you own it 6 months sooner. You're automatically pre-approved, you don't need credit, and you get the guaranteed lowest price. So why pay more? Do the math. Call Aaron's.
Tough. Rhino Tough. Announcing a whole new breed of Rhino rods and reels. Still indestructible from tip to butt.
Hi, how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a set of Michelin cross-terrain SUV tires with white lettering. Please.
Sure. Now at Sears Auto Center, we're having the biggest Michelin sale of the year. All Michelin tires at the lowest prices of the season. At America's car care place. Sears. Where else?
Caution has just come out. Kenny Schrader's number 36 has melted going off into turn 1.
That's the track bar. It broke the track bar, and the rear end house is flopping around back there, rubbing the tires up in the fender wells.
This would hold the rear end centered in the car.
The track bar, you know.
Track bar melted.
The place where we go after the race is over.
Road entrance, maybe.
So, among the lead lap cars, and there are now 18 of them, we have 28 laps to go. Who will stop and who will not?
I think everybody will. I mean, you have 70 laps on your tires. You're going to have about 20 to 25 laps to go. I think you have to get 4 fresh tires. But how about Kurt Busch? He finally makes that other lap up. Now, he's going to be 17th, depending on how things unfold after the pit stops. Now, we won't see him come to pit road yet because pit road is closed.
Remember what Jeff Green did earlier in the day. Came in the pits 20th, came out 5th, and then settled back to about 9th spot. He didn't lose all that much by not taking on those 4 tires.
Well, we saw the Busch Series, Greg Biffle yesterday. He stayed out on tires with about these same laps on them and drove away from the field. So, I mean, we know that the 48 can make it on fuel. We're not sure about the rest of them.
I think one of these last 6 or 7 cars could stay out and gain from it. We'll see.
Now, Jeff, what one of the guys at the back may do, maybe try 2 tires. I think you have to at least have 2, but I think you need 4.
Larry, you got to be, one thing you got to pay attention to right now coming out pit road, especially if you're the 28 and the 97 or the 24. These guys are still pitted real close together, and with Kurt Busch being at the tail end of this pack, there still may be some problems as far as getting in and out of the pit, getting blocked in, and or damages. So you got to be careful about pit road once again.
Yeah, and of course, Dale Jarrett, he's going to come in 4th, and those guys have had great stops all day. Now, this happened just a few laps ago.
Just as they were coming around for the caution contact, Kurt Busch and Casey Atwood. Yeah. Atwood's felt that before.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson did that to him earlier. He's got that move down pat.
Busch got the spot. They are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. Pit road is still closed because they're putting down some speedy drive from Ken Schrader.
Mike, this could also be a problem. If you come down pit road, it could mess you up, make you slide through your pits if there's oil on pit road. So these crew chiefs are really got to be on their game and talking to their drivers, trying to make the right call as far as pit road's concerned.
Excuse me, I'm corrected. It wasn't because of oil. It was because the wrecker is going to have to push Schrader's car off of pit road, and it was in the way of some cars that would have made their stops.
Here's when you hate to be the leader. If Jimmy Johnson stays out, everybody goes in. If Jimmy Johnson goes in, everybody stays out.
This is one of those times when I'm glad I became a broadcaster.
Now, if I'm Jimmy Johnson, I'm sure I watched that Busch race yesterday and saw Greg Biffle not stop late in the race and go on to win it.
I got to think they're going to stay out. I think the 48 will stay out. I'm not sure about the rest of them.
Well, the 28's questionable on fuel. We think he'll be in.
Yeah, well, that he probably can make it. Now, we had caution laps before, had this run here. Now we got caution laps again, so maybe he can make it on fuel now.
Stay out, man. Let's do it. I agree. Number 4, let's do it.
I agree.
Give Greg Biffle an attaboy on that one, maybe.
Well, if they're making a decision, they have to make it now because pit road is open. So we'll see who comes to pit road. We'll see who stay out. Ricky Rudd in the 28 car, he's coming to pit road. Bill Elliott in the 9.
Larry, that is the problem with not pitting the last time. If a caution fell this time of the race, but you see what they did, they left him sitting a duck out there.
Dick Bergman, Jimmy Johnson's a lonely man. Looks like the only leader that didn't pit. And Todd Parrott made the call on Dale Jarrett. He said, come on, tires. They're going to put 4 tires on it. No adjustment to the chassis. The only adjustment is air pressure. They wanted as simple a pit stop as possible. To Matt.
Jimmy Johnson stayed out because he wanted clean air. The 88 is out. Bill Elliott, they're going to go up 1 pound on both right side tires. A 4-tire change, no fuel for Elliott. To Steve Burns.
4 tires. This is what they needed, Matt. 4 tires. They have any shot at all to win. No chassis adjustments, just air pressure on the 28. He gets around the 97 and back onto the racetrack.
Tony Stewart stalled. They have to push him out of his pit. And Jimmy Johnson is the only driver on the lead lap who did not stop.
Just sitting duck, baby. I'm telling you, when you're leading the race like that right there, if you stay out, they all pit.
You said he should stay out.
Well, I know he did the right thing. I'm with it.
Right?
Yeah.
But that just shows you what happened.
He may have some friends, though, in Jeff Burton and 55 car, Bobby Hamilton, because it looks like they maybe only took 2 tires.
Tuesday.
Officer down!
It's the heart-stopping season finale of The Shield, a city out of control.
When the units responded, they opened fire.
A precinct under siege.
I want a shot at the son of a bitch who did this.
By day's end, one of these cops will be taken down, and his life will change forever. The season finale that takes TV to the limit. The Shield season finale, Tuesday at 10, only on...
Funny car champion John Forrest and RPM Tonight's John Kernan teach little Kenny to slow down and learn. A true motorsports fan watches RPM Tonight for all the details. That boy, Kenny. Remember, to know is to love.
RPM Tonight on ESPN2.
They've been bumped and scraped, but they've never been scratched like this. Fast Cash, the new scratcher from the Virginia Lottery. Top prize, $20,000.
Most mechanics can fix just about anything on your car. But throw something really complex at them, like a modern transmission, and look out. For a job done right, guaranteed, at a price that's right, bring it to the experts. Call 1-800-GO-AMCO.
Cox Communications has some exhilarating opportunities for innovative, talented, spirited professionals who want to work in an environment of growth, challenge, and reward. If you're excited by the future of the communications industry, then Cox Communications could be the place for you. Cable Rep Advertising has an Internet Account Executive position open. Mail your resume to the Cox Communications Human Resources Department or apply at cox.com. Work in a friendly workplace with complete training, competitive compensation, and great benefits. Cox Communications.
NASCAR on FX is brought to you by Rent-A-Center, by Go RVing, and by Sears Craftsman.
When we went away, I was kidding Darrell that Jimmy Johnson's team might have been listening to his discussion on strategy, but the leader's in a tough spot in this case, Darrell.
Oh, listen, if I'm Jimmy Johnson, I'm going to stay out. But you know what I know by that? Everybody behind me is going to pit. The leader is a sitting duck, but I like that duck.
Right. Now, the cars behind him, the 99 car, he only changed 2 tires. Bobby Hamilton, the 55 behind him, gas only. This is Mark Martin in the 6 car, got his hood up.
And not much to hold it down.
Not intentionally either. It's just making a bad day worse.
Can Jimmy Johnson hold on? Jeff Burton, Bobby Hamilton, Ricky Rudd, Bill Elliott, Dale Jarrett, and the rest of his field.
Just like we said before we had this situation here, Mike, at Dover, you never know. You never know who's going to win or what's going to happen.
Well, shades of Craig Biffle yesterday. Here's Johnson scooting out from the field.
As soon as he gets a little... I think these tires on concrete, the concrete seems to be a little bit more forgiving on the tires than they are on asphalt.
Just remember, Ricky Rudd, the 28 car, 4 fresh tires, but he has those lap cars up there to contend with as well.
22 laps to go. Rudd moving on the outside. Gaining a little ground, but he's got Hamilton and Burton ahead, the second and third place cars. Bobby Hamilton got gas only on his stop.
Well, yesterday we saw, in a 200-mile race, we saw no tires win the race. We'll see how it goes today.
Kurt Busch back on the lead lap, but he's in 16th.
Rudd's around the 55 car in the third place.
And 1.2 seconds behind Johnson, who is waiting on nobody.
No, and you know, he's not, he's getting away a little bit, but not like I thought he would.
And of course, with 19 laps to go after a restart, he shouldn't have to contend with any lap cars. He can kind of run the line he wants to, the line his car wants to run.
Let's go to his pit and Matt.
But Jimmy Johnson wanted that clean air as Chad Canals talks to Jimmy. Well, how difficult the decision was it, Chad, to stay out for that clean air and not get fresh tires?
It was pretty difficult, you know, but we watched Biffle stay out yesterday. Tires really didn't do a whole lot for him. We took an opportunity in happy hour yesterday to put on new tires just to see how much it affected the car. It really didn't help us that much. So, you know, a little bit of lap traffic, a little bit of luck. Maybe we can pull this thing off. Jimmy's done a tremendous job. You know, these Lowe's employee owners, boy, they must be really happy with what this kid's doing for us.
He certainly must. 3 dominating weeks behind the wheel of that 48 car. Steve Burns.
Well, Matt, Ricky Rudd just radioed Michael McSwain and said, I feel like I have a loose wheel. McSwain said, just drive it as long as you can. 22 laps to go. Said, I feel like I have a loose wheel.
Last lap times were pretty even, about a 10th apart, as Rudd tries to run down Jimmy Johnson.
I mean, he drove by Jeff Burton and Bobby Hamilton in the 55. He's not really pulling away from Jeff Burton now. And that time, he lost a half a second to Jimmy Johnson. Something's definitely not right on that race car.
Listen, if you got something like you think you got a loose wheel, buddy, it don't get any better here. And Rudd's slowing down, guys. I think he's going to come to pit road. He's pulled down, and here goes the 99.
Rudd staying out.
No, he stayed out, but man, he pulled down. He's still pulling down. I think he's really trying to figure out just exactly what's wrong with that car.
And what's that condition here, Darrell, where on the concrete you feel like maybe you have a loose wheel or a tire down?
Oh, this place will drive you crazy. The expansion joints in the concrete, it can give you so many things that you just don't know how to analyze them.
Rudd's going to give up second place to Jeff Burton. Here's Steve.
Mike, Ricky thinks it's the right rear. He just hollered loose, loose, loose. He thinks it's the right rear tire.
Right now, he's losing about a half to 3/4 of a second a lap. Jimmy Johnson, as Jimmy Johnson's pulled out to almost a 2.5-second lead over Jeff Burton with about 13 laps to go next time.
And side-by-side Hamilton with Elliott. Now they sweep around the outside of Rudd.
What about Bobby Hamilton, guys? I mean, is he having a banner day for that team? Great for him. Sitting there in 4th place, 3rd place.
And he's sitting out there with more laps on his tires than about anybody, because on that last stop, he elected to take gas only.
And Rudd is now sliding back through the entire lead lap.
You know why? He's run out of gas today, and he ain't run out of tires yet.
Yeah, Ricky Rudd's going to be on pit road this time by.
Oh, no.
Elliott battling side-by-side with Hamilton. This is 3rd place as Rudd comes to the pit lane, side-by-side for 3rd.
35 miles an hour, and this pit road goes from turn 4 to turn 1.
Michael McSwain getting his crew ready to go into action.
The problem you have is unless he can really pinpoint it, they're going to have to put 4 tires on it. Unless Ricky can really be sure where it is.
That 3rd place battle was decided in favor of Bill Elliott. Here's Steve.
Well, DW, they think it was the right rear, but they're going to go ahead and put 4 tires on. Tough race for Ricky Rudd. Had a great race car all day long. 4 tires for Rudd.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, you've already handed the race over. You might as well not take a chance and get 4 tires.
Exactly. Another reason why I like staying out. Got good tires on the car, and they're all tight.
That's it.
Rudd was looking for his 5th Dover win as the leaders flash by.
9 laps to go next time.
Up there battling with Hamilton.
And Dale Jarrett in 88, he got 4 fresh tires that last time. That's the reason he's much better than Bobby Hamilton right here.
Brian Newman also went past Hamilton for 4th place. So it's Johnson, Burton, Elliott, Newman and Jarrett the top 5. Hamilton, the 2 Gordons, Jeff and Robbie, Craven and Sadler.
Craven's having, man, after that trouble he had early on, Larry, TIDE has fought its way back up in the top 10.
Under 10 laps to go, down to the 2nd place cars pits, and Dick.
With Craig Stoddard, he is crew chief for Jeff Burton. Can you guys close in the last 10 laps and win this thing?
It doesn't look like they're getting in for the 48. The 9 car's going to come on 4 tires and probably beat us. But we're going to hopefully get a top 5 finish. And that's what the Sicko team needs right now. It's been a really good run all day for us. And we just gambled on the 2 tires. It's not going to pay off.
Well, it looks good for top 5, Mike, but not so good for a win.
Well, Jeff Burton qualified 33rd, got a lap down early. Probably as surprised as anybody to find himself in the top 5, but they just kept after it. Meanwhile, Ricky Rudd's team frustrated.
I mean, you work, you get yourself in position, and here with about less than 30 laps to go, I've been there many a time, Darrell.
Yeah, and particularly the way this team has struggled this year, as early on they've had some good runs, and Ricky's done a great job, and just let one get away today.
With that stop, he went from 2nd to 19th. As Jeff Gordon battles Bobby Hamilton, this is for 6th.
Bobby should have probably taken a couple of tires on there that last time, Larry, because he's really, really fading here in the stretch.
Yeah, he's going to have over 100 miles on his tires.
But Darrell, I think it might have been the right call, because as deep in the lead lap as he was, we're going to run out of laps before he falls back to that position. So he's going to end up with an improvement, not what he'd like to see.
Well, they're lined up behind him there pretty good. If they ever start going by, I'm afraid he'll get shoved up out of the line, and they'll all get by him. But I tell you, another guy we need to talk about is Jerry Labonte. He's not having a real banner day, you might say, but he's up there in 14th place, and that's a great run for him.
He's gnawing on Sterling's bumper for 13th.
All right, Steve Byrne tells me that Ricky Rudd, the 28, did have one loose wheel. The wheel was loose.
Let me just tell you something. We're looking at this race as if it's over. Bill Elliott is closing up on that 48 car.
It's now down to a 2nd.
Bill Elliott all of a sudden got by the 99, and when he did, buddy, he took off.
He did. 3.5 laps to go. Elliott sails it off into turn 3.
Man, I tell you, he looks to me like he's a lot faster. Jimmy Johnson better not soft pedal it too much here.
Let's watch our Fox track here now. The interval, 0.8 of a second right here. We'll see if it shrinks any. Down to 8.6, 8.5. He's coming off turn 2 down to 8.3. He's definitely catching him, but will he have enough time?
Rudd's right there in front of Jimmy Johnson, and that dirty air could be just what Bill Elliott needs.
Kurt Busch battling Tony Stewart. That is back at 11th place. But it's all on the lead with 2 laps to go. Bill Elliott trying to give Dodge its first win at Dover since 1975. That was the day Richard Petty made up 6 laps to win it.
I don't think it, as long as Ricky Rudd keeps going and doesn't hold Jimmy Johnson up, I don't think Bill can do it.
Elliott getting oh so close as they come off turn 4.
It sure is a great run for Bill. I'm proud of old Bill. He's just hung in there all day long. What a great run.
And Darrell, he's driving that thing down in the corner. White flag's out this time.
He ain't leaving anything on the table, I can tell you that. Here he comes up off of turn 2, and he's still closing.
Watch him driving down here into turn 3 right here.
Oh, up on the outside, he's going to give it that high. He's going to give it that high line. Last-ditch effort here.
Bill Elliott closes, but Jimmy Johnson gains the 2nd victory of his rookie year.
We have a battle between Bobby Hamilton and Robbie Gordon.
I don't think Bobby Hamilton's going to like that very much.
Gordon got Hamilton for 8th at the line.
And notice that neither one of them are slowing down just yet. Bobby Hamilton is after Robbie Gordon. Look at him. He's going to get him. You scoundrel, you. I'm going to get you.
They zoom past Ricky Craven, who beat them to the line for 7th place. And now it looks like maybe cooler heads will prevail.
Give Robbie Gordon a lot of credit. He knew not to slow down. He kept on going.
I think stopping might have been the best thing he could do.
Let me get over here on the back straightaway. What happened was Robbie Gordon gave him a shot off of turn 4 here. Pushes him up out of the way. Man, Bobby did a great job. And here they go. Now Bobby's going to start hanging into him, banging into him right here as soon as he can catch him.
Well, that's the Earnhardt method, Darrell.
Hit him after the race.
Well, Robbie got the spot. Give him a little boot and get there.
Boy, there's another great thing about this concrete. We see some great burnout.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, I'm glad for that team. They've had a couple get away from them the last couple of weeks here. Good to see them pull it off today.
Jimmy Johnson ties Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Davey Allison, picking up 2 wins in only 16 starts. Steve Burns.
Mike with Chad Knaus. Now, Chad, you said this morning you didn't have much confidence in how you would run at this racetrack. How'd you pull off a victory?
I'll tell you what. We pulled it off because we got Jimmy Johnson. How's that? You know, he is just a remarkable race car driver. I don't know where he got it. I don't, but I'm glad he's got it, and I'm glad I'm working with them. My guys, you know, they work their tails off to give us the best race cars they possibly can. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Rick Hendrick, you know, Lowe's, all these guys support us so much. Jeff does nothing but give us support and help us out whenever we need something. And, you know, it's just Jimmy. You know, Jimmy and this team.
Chad, does this make up for any of the disappointment in Charlotte?
You know, everybody asked if I was disappointed about Charlotte, and I wasn't disappointed because when we were in Charlotte, I think we led like 92% of the laps, you know, out of the 2 weeks. We didn't win the race. That's okay. You know, Jimmy had a little mistake there, but that guy right there, he is going to win us a hell of a lot more races than he is going to lose us.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jimmy stopped there to be congratulated by Terry Labonte's crew, another Rick Hendrick team, and now rolls on toward our MBNA winner circle.
And you can see over here where we are, you can see the right side of that car. He used it when he had to. I love to have my right side all torn up, Mike. That means I was passing people.
Right.
You get left side tore up, that means you're getting passed.
And for I don't know how many times at Dover, we have another race where the outcome could have been all different if we'd had, 5 more laps.
Oh, you can never. Dover's one of those unpredictable racetracks. I don't even know why we try to predict. Do you, Larry?
Yeah, not at all.
Welcome to our MBNA Platinum 400 post-race show. A lot of topsy-turvy in the top 10 all day long. Ricky Craven fought his way back. Bobby Hamilton ended up 9th after that gas-only stop. Ryan Newman fought his way back, as did Jeff Burton from a lap down.
And Kurt Busch fights his way back to 12th after being 2 laps down. And a good run for Casey Atwood. Terry Labonte, you mentioned him, Darrell.
Yeah, also don't skip over Elliott Sadler there in 10th place. That was a good run for him. Rusty Wallace back in 17th. Todd Bodine, who got back on the lead lap after having some trouble, finished 18th.
Jimmy Johnson's today's winner, and Chevy congratulates Jimmy in the number 48 Monte Carlo for his win today. Jimmy will tell you the only thing that comes close to Monte Carlo's reputation on the track is its reputation on the street. More champions depend on Chevy. Will be there. The final pass for the lead is today's Team Monte Carlo winning moment. Down to our MBNA winner's circle, Matt Yoakum with Jimmy Johnson.
And Jimmy Johnson puts on the shades, climbs out, and the Lowe's boys pick up their second win this season. Some high fives all around. And he doesn't fall off the door. The hug by his crew chief Chad Knaus. 92 laps on that last set of tires, Jimmy. How concerned were you? Handshake from Rick. How concerned were you about those tires? You had 92 laps on them.
Yeah, we were worried, but the car came through the track or through the pack real good. Track positions, everything. We knew he'd be good. I didn't realize the 9 was coming that hard, and then I had to step it back up to stay up there in front. But these guys gave me such a great race car. Chad Knaus, everyone at Hendrick Motorsports gave me just a kick-butt race car, and it's just fun to be able to go out there and drive and do the things that I do. I want to say hi to everyone at home, Jessica, my mom, my brothers. This is cool. I can't believe we won 2 Winston Cup races now. This is cool. Also, big thanks to Lowe's and all their employee owners. This is a long time coming for them as a company to get this kind of success on the track, and I'm just glad to be here doing it for them.
Now, a dominating race car, 3 straight weeks. You didn't pick up the biggest money you could have in Charlotte. Does this make up for it at all?
Yeah, it kind of does. You know, to have another strong car and not blow it like I did at Richmond or at Charlotte, this makes up for it. I'm real happy.
Now, your dad's in the background over there. I'm sure he's probably holding back some tears because he wasn't there for your first Winston Cup win. He was at home watching on the couch. How special is this to have him here?
I'm so glad. I thought they were going to make me stay home if he was going to win when I wasn't there.
Jimmy Johnson scores his second career win. Steve?
Well, Matt, Jeff Burton fought back. He got a lap down. Gutsy effort by you and your race team.
Yeah, we were way too loose there when we got our lap down, and car was a little too tight, and I called to free it up a lot because I thought the track would tighten up, and I got what I asked for, and we did get a lap down. Got fortunate to get the wreck on the back straightaway. Not that, you know, I hated it for Mark. I hated it big for Mark, and it worked for us, but it hurt him. And we got our lap back, and then we drove to the front. Then we drove up to about 7th or 8th from all the way back, and car drove really nice then. And then at the end, we were a little too loose off the corner, but proud of my guys. We kept fighting. I want to thank the DeWalt team. They really pitched in and helped the Citgo team, and they had a great test up here, and we used a lot of their stuff. So I want to say thank you to them.
Thank you, Jeff. Let's go to Dick Bergeron.
Well, Ryan Newman crashed qualifying, went to a backup car. He started in the back of the pack and finished 4th. Getting congratulations now from Jeff Burton, and that's 2. How'd you do that?
Just, you know, a lot of good hard work from the team. The Altel guys did a great job, and, you know, we struggled with track position a lot of the race. Feel sorry for what happened with me and Steve Park.
What did happen back there, Ryan?
I mean, this track is so racy that you get a guy that can run high and you get a guy that can run low, and the guy that runs low is typically faster through the middle of the corner, and I got my nose up through there, and I lost the front end, and it just kept going and going and going, and I slammed on the brakes just too late and clipped him and spun us both, and I feel sorry, and I hope it didn't injure him at all, but, you know, it was a good race after that for us.
Did that in any way break your concentration early on in the event when something like that happens?
It always breaks your concentration when you spin out, but just as a whole, the team did an excellent job. You know, like I said, with track position is so important here in Winston Cup, and just getting good track position and getting good pit stops helped us get up front, and once we did that, we had a pretty good race car.
Congratulations on finishing 4th. To Mike.
Darrell, a strong day for both of the rookie contenders. Johnson the winner and Newman ending up 4th.
Yeah, no, it really is, and they just keep, you know, representing themselves very well. And Larry, I just think the tire thing, you know, not having to change tires, I think it's a compliment to the tires, but you know what else it is? It's a compliment to the race cars, too, that they can handle the run as good as they do on those tires.
Run as hard and as fast as they can for that long and stay out there almost 100 miles on a set of tires.
Lots more post-race for you from the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware, where Jimmy Johnson has scored his 2nd career victory.
They're going to attack. Will Smith stars in Independence Day, Tuesday, followed by the season finale of The Shield at 10 on FX.
At Rent-A-Center, you're already pre-approved.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So just come in, pick out whatever you want, and in most cases, it's delivered the same day. Stuff like furniture, computers, TVs.
Doggone remote.
And now, when you get select items during dollar days, you can add on another item for next to nothing. Call 1-800-205-2005 for the nearest store. 1-800-205-2005 for Rent-A-Center.
Hey, I like this stuff.
You know, this is great.
Rediscover the lost art of conversation. Go RVing. Life's a trip. Visit an RV dealer or call for a free video.
From the quarter mile at St. Louis to the third turn at Talladega to the pits of Laguna Seca. Wherever innovation is the margin between win and lose, the pros reach for the same tools you do. Craftsman, the official tools of CART, NHRA, and NASCAR.
Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection in a wipe.
It's big, it's beefy, it's the grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell. Seasoned beef, 3 melted cheeses, sealed inside a grilled tortilla. All for just $1.99. For the affordable, heavy-duty portable, you gotta think outside the box.
The top half dozen at Dover: Jimmy Johnson, Bill Elliott, Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon. Let's go down to Sprint Car Hall of Famer Dick Bergeron.
Thanks, Mike. When I got in Jeff Gordon's garage area, the crew members just came over and said, where are we in points? Where are we in points? And that's the first thing you had to say, too. Sixth place, good run. How important are the points to you right now?
Well, it's a bittersweet finish for us today because, you know, we did do good in the points. The DuPont Chevrolet was really, really good. We had one set of tires that got us so far off and lost track position that we just never could regain it. But the great side to it was Jimmy Johnson, the 48 in that Lowe's Chevrolet. I just can't tell you how excited and proud I am of those guys and the effort that they're putting out there. I know exactly what they've got underneath that thing, and they're getting the job done, and they deserve to go to victory lane. So we're.
What do you make of this? Why are they doing so well? A rookie team that's won now 2 races.
Well, you know, we won a championship last year, and it's hard to change a whole lot when you won a championship. You know, those guys are getting more aggressive with their setups, and they're doing some things that we're not. We know what they're doing, and that's kind of why, you know, you do a team like that is to learn from youth and guys that are willing to take more risks, and the risks are paying off for them. You know, typically you would think that those risks would hurt them in the long run points-wise, but it's not. Those guys are doing a great job, and we're going to have to start getting more aggressive with this stuff, aren't we?
Well, Jeff Gordon wins as a car owner, 6th as a driver. To Matt.
Dick, it looked like Ricky Rudd's luck was about to change. He qualified 7th, but with everyone else's misfortune, he moved to the pole. But Fatback, how frustrating to have the race lose for you and your guys on pit road.
Yeah, I'd give all that other luck back to have back that little bit of luck at the end. We got a great pit crew, week in and week out. They're one of the best on pit road. Sometimes when you're that fast, things like this happen. It's very unfortunate, of course, that it happened. At the time it happened, because I feel like we had a good shot at it, him sitting out there on old tires and us with new tires. But, you know, we lost the race to the same car last year, Rusty, and we'll take it home, clean it up, and bring it back to the next Dover.
How tough to hold back your emotions when you're so close to victory like that and have something that frustrating happen?
Well, it doesn't pay to get too upset about it. I mean, you're going to get a little upset, but we go to Pocono next week. I think everybody remembers what we did to everybody last year at Pocono. Got a brand new car for there. Hopefully we can do it again.
I think everybody certainly remembers when Ricky Rudd drove that 28 car to victory lane and gave Fatback another win in the win column. Guys?
Thanks, Matt. The points turn upside down. Sterling Marlin has a bigger lead than he came here with. That's because Matt Kenseth fell back to 4th. Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon move up to 2nd and 3rd. Rusty Wallace gains a spot. So does Bill Elliott and Ricky Rudd. Topsy-turvy in the point standings.
NASCAR on FX is brought to you by NBNA, by Lotrimin Ultra, by Ford, and by Miller Lite.
Ultra powerful, ultra easy. That's new Lotrimin Ultra, the new Athlete's Foot Cure. Why is it ultra powerful? It's got a new prescription strength ingredient. Why is it ultra easy? Because you just use it once a day. Ultra powerful, ultra easy. New Lotrimin Ultra.
We have always felt that our trucks were tougher than anybody else's trucks. I've had people say to me, I own a Ford truck, and I have 120,000 miles on it, and it's still as good as the day I bought it. Ford trucks stand up to anything you can do to them. Built Ford Tough isn't just a slogan. It's what we deliver. The people that buy Ford trucks say to us, I will only buy Ford trucks. I mean, I love hearing that.
Hey! Hey! Hey, give me the wallet.
Take it easy.
It's my wallet. I accidentally mugged this guy. It's the exact same wallet.
Life is best told over a great-tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
I just want to give you your wallet back, sir!
Look, this is a dirty fuel injector. This is a clean one. As you can see, cleaner works better. That's why I use STP fuel injector cleaner in my car. I add STP every time I change my oil. STP, it's basic car maintenance.
Bruce Willis is back
This is a bad idea.
with a vengeance. The action-packed saga continues. Die Hard with a Vengeance, next on FX.
Welcome back to Dover International Speedway, where Jimmy Johnson has won in a nail-biter. Bill Elliott closing fast at the finish. Everything changes in the top 10 in the closing laps. Here's Steve Burns
on the right.
All right, thanks, Mike. Caught with Terry Labonte. Now, a 15th may not look glamorous, but you raced hard today.
Well, I tell you what, it was a pretty good run for us, and we struggled a little bit all week, really. Didn't have the best car all week. We made some changes on it this morning, and the guys on the Kellogg's team did a good job in the pits today, had good pit stops. We're able to stay on the lead lap there and, got a 15th place finish, I guess. I got up under Sterling there in the last lap, and I got into him and knocked him sideways, and I checked up because I wasn't going to pass him like that. I let the 7 car get by me, but it was a good run for us.
Encouraging for you?
Well, I tell you what, this team is, I really think, we're a whole lot better than we were a year ago, and I think that we've got some good tracks coming up for us, and got a few more new cars coming down the road here, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better than what we got. And I don't know, I feel pretty good about the second half of the year.
All right, thanks, Terry. Let's go to Dick Berger with Bill Elliott.
Well, Bill Elliott started second, finished second. A terrific run today. How was the car?
Well, we started out, we were okay at the first. We got a little loose there, the second set of tires. We tightened it up, and then we chased high the rest of the day, and we never could get it exactly right. It wasn't bad, but just, on a real long run, it gets so tight at the end. I just couldn't get the throttle up off the corner, and that's, here you got to run up off, and I was hoping the 48 would give up a little bit more there at the end, but I ran out of time.
Nice job today. Congratulations on a great run, Bill Elliott.
Dick, the sentimental favorite, is always Kyle Petty. His last Winston Cup victory came right here at Dover back in 1995. And Kyle, if the car should only come about